Well, Catfish, you know, us being in the Midwest in Indiana, we've done a lot of hiking in our home state. Done a lot of hiking in Kentucky and Ohio we finally got to last year, and definitely a lot in Illinois. What are we missing?
Michigan.
Oh yeah, the one neighboring state we have yet to hike in. What are we doing this weekend, Catfish?
We are backpacking the Manistee River Trail.
That's right, we're in the Manistee National Forest here in Michigan. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
The Manistee River Loop Trail is located in the Manistee National Forest in Lower Michigan. While the Manistee National Forest contains hundreds of miles of trails, it is this 20-plus mile loop that is one of the most popular backpacking hikes in the Midwest. The loop integrates a section on the long-distance North Country Trail on the west side of the Manistee River, and then the Manistee River Trail on the east. We would be hiking out on the North Country Trail first, from the Upper River Trailhead, heading north onto some of the highest bluffs within the Manistee National Forest. Well, folks, we are here in Michigan, hiking the Manistee River Loop Trail. Right now we are on the west side of the Manistee River, hiking up north on the North Country Trail. And that's gonna take up our biggest chunk of the day today. And so far it's just been a pretty easy trail, other than the initial hill to climb to get up to the top of the bluffs. There's, I don't know, a couple hundred feet at least. And it's been a great view on the hillside. Beautiful forest, and it's a beautiful day. It's sunny, and it's only supposed to get to like 73 degrees today. Perfect hiking weather. Really enjoying it so far. But we chose to do the North Country Trail side first, just to knock it out quickly, because we know the main views on this hike come on the other side of the river. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. Well, nice thing here about the North Country Trail is you can pretty much camp anywhere along it, as long as your camp is 100 foot off of the trail. And this little campground or campsite here is not 100 foot off the trail, but we are going to use it to take a little break. Well, we're about 4 miles into this hike here, the North Country Loop side. Interesting trail. What is it, Catfish, that you liked about the idea of coming to Michigan and finally getting to hike?
It was like the pine trees and the oil field, like Canada.
Yeah, kind of like a Canadian feel to it, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, we're really only about 360 mile drive from home. Took us almost 6 hours to get here. So it's not that terribly far north, but it sure does change a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. This is Catfish's first time in Michigan in general. Me, I've been up here a few times over the years. You know, I've used to play paintball, did some tournaments up this way, been to some concerts in the Detroit region, but this is our first time hiking.
Yeah.
Well, all right, fellow expeditionists, we have reached pretty close to the northern terminus of the loop trail. Technically, we're on the Manistee River Trail now, but we haven't quite made it to the suspension bridge. I consider that like the most northern point before it turns around and starts going back south. But this is where we had planned on making it to today, to camp. So we probably did at least 9 miles today, I think. So this was where we wanted to camp, but it's only 4 o'clock. And we just feel like it's a little early to set up camp. Now, granted, we could easily relax. I could probably take a nap. We could play in the river because it's right here. And that's one of the reasons this is the perfect spot. We have the river right here. Nobody else in this area.
Other than a couple kayakers.
There's some kayakers going down there. That would be fun. But yeah, I don't know. We just can't quite decide if we want to just settle in at 4 in the afternoon or if we want to just rest, put our packs back on, and keep on going further and just hope we find another campsite. So while we're just kind of taking a break and trying to decide whether to camp here or not, let's just check out what this site offers. And look, we have a baby fire pit here.
Oh, it's so cute.
Well, as you see, we chose to keep this campsite that we found. It's the one that we originally were planning on staying at anyway. We just didn't expect to be there quite as early as we were. And now we're just kind of soaking our feet. What do you think, Catfish? How's that water feel on your feet?
It's cold.
It's cold. Is it refreshing?
Dad thinks it is.
I think it is. He's got tender feet. He's no Bigfoot. Or is he? All right, well, camp is set up. We got to soak our feet in some very cold water there for a little bit. And it's just about 6 o'clock, so we still got some time to kill. Almost time to make dinner. And we decided to do a little bit of exploring here. Maybe head all the way up to the suspension bridge. We're not that far from it anyway. All right, we come out here to the suspension bridge. It takes about 10 minutes to walk to it from our campsite. Not bad. Very beautiful. I mean, I know you're looking at me. I'm not very beautiful. No, the area behind me is very beautiful. But yeah, windy.
Hey, check out that flower. I think that's a pink lady slipper.
Oh, gnarly. All right, we made it back from our little jaunt up to the suspension bridge and took some beautiful pictures out there. Back at camp right now, making dinner, and not a whole lot of options. We keep it simple. I'm not much of a cook. I'm not the kind of person you're going to watch for their backpacking meals and stuff like that. We originally intended on stopping at a Walmart or something on the way. We left our Lafayette around 4:30 a.m. this morning to maybe pick up some of those backpacker meals or something, and well, we didn't do that. And it doesn't really matter because really all we need is very simple things. Catfish, he likes simple mac and cheese. These little instant lunch things are all we need. Sometimes even the old ramen noodle.
Ramen noodle.
ramen noodle. Of course, I got corrected on that. Unfortunately for us, our solitude was broken when many weekenders arrived after dark looking for campsites. There's a couple of trailheads just north of where we camped, so this really came as no surprise. This is an extremely popular weekend destination after all. See those two tents in the background? They weren't there when we crawled into our tent to get some sleep. But they weren't too loud or disrespectful, so we didn't mind sharing our little slice of heaven on the river.
Good morning, folks. It's about 40 degrees here. Had a mostly good night's sleep. I say that because last night between 8:30 p.m. and 10 p.m. just a whole bunch of weekenders came out. So the trail and all of our solitude that we had here by the river was kind of interrupted, but they're all out just kind of seeking the same thing we are. A good weekend of hiking and backpacking, camping. So it'll be a good day.
All right, we are on the move. Catfish slept in almost an hour later than I did, and I felt like he needed it, so I allowed him to while I watched that beautiful sunrise over the river. And we had our famous Pop-Tarts for breakfast of champions. Tore down, ready to move on and head over to the east side of this trail. We're not too deep into the east side Manistee River Trail yet, but from what we have seen, it is absolutely gorgeous. Everything people have always said that it is. One thing that's got me worried, however, is that every campsite we have seen so far is occupied, every single one of them. And of course, this being Father's Day weekend, there's a lot of dads and their kids out here, just like me and Catfish. But we've already decided that if it comes down to it, and we just can't find any campsites on the Manistee side, we will hike on out and make this a 2-day adventure.
I think we definitely did the right thing by hiking the North Country Trail first.
Yeah, I agree. The North Country Trail is kind of a little more, first of all, strenuous, because there's a couple of nice long hills that definitely made us sweat. And but overall it was kind of featureless. Nice beautiful forest, but when you do 9-10 miles of that same forest over and over, it gets a little redundant, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And so far the Manistee Trail is just constant views of this river up high on the bluffs, and it's just been gorgeous, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous scenery. And you see those hills in the distance. Almost look like mountains from here. That's where the North Country Trail goes. That's what we were hiking on yesterday. So we were up on those bluffs. You just couldn't really have any views from there, so you didn't even realize just how high you were. Well, fellow expeditionists, we've probably hiked a good 6 or 7 miles today already. So we decided to take a break here in an old abandoned campsite and take about an hour to just relax, eat our lunch, and I think I even took me a short little nap there.
Yeah.
Did a little tick check. I think both of us found 1 tick on each other. It's to be expected when you're out in the back country. If I'm reading the map right, we've only got maybe 4 miles till we're back to the car. And it's only 1 in the afternoon. Wow. The views just do not end in this place. Oh, and just like that, we're all the way down to the Coates Highway at the south end of the Manistee River Trail. Well, that's it, folks. We just did the entire Manistee River Loop Trail, over 20 miles in under 30 hours. Didn't expect that to happen. Super excited that we're in good enough shape to have done that.
Yeah.
Now, I will admit, first of all, that the temps were on our side. Yesterday's temps was in the low 70s. Today's temps are in the high 60s. Perfect hiking weather. Couldn't have asked for better. So, Catfish, how did you feel about your first time of hiking in the state of Michigan?
I think it's pretty cool that now I get to say I've been in all of the states neighboring Indiana. It doesn't really seem too different from Indiana other than colder temperature and having a few more pine and conifer trees to view at, as well as some birch trees, which are also from more northern climates. But I would say the Manistee River Trail definitely has all of the views and creeks and stuff.
Yep, that side, the east side, Manistee River Trail, is absolutely gorgeous. Everything that I've ever heard it is true. All right, well, we got some bigger adventures still in store coming up soon. So make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. to keep up with all of our amazing expeditions. Till next time,
Peace out.